Hey guys, welcome back. Drip and Farm for Poverty. I'm your host, Drip Coach, dropping knowledge bombs on all drip ecosystem related projects. And today is just me sharing some insight because I have been pleasantly surprised. So some would call me in the community like the doom and gloom, the fudster, whatever professor of the content that I was putting out about the drip price and the forecast. But I have been humbled and surprised at us finding, albeit a floor a lot lower than we would like, and by no means are we out of the woods. But I do have to give it to the drip community, because every day that I wake up and we're still in this range and then I don't hear anything about triple D, I'm expecting more of what historically we have seen with lack of announcements. So I'm going off of the history of the charts. I let the data drive my decisions, and then I am just shocked every day that it hasn't gone down for the worst, because nothing has changed. But something has changed, and the only thing I can attribute it to is just community sentiment. So there's no way for me to run the numbers and say that, you know, the other people that got in a year ago have finally claimed out. It's been 365 days and we got rid of the weak hands. You know, Forex always talking about shaking out the weak hands. There's no way for me to know that, because I believe you probably never ever shake them out. So like the people that are actually fudding the project, they're in the actual group called Fudster's Paradise. I believe they will still have bags of drip no matter what, because they know this cult-like community that we have, and cult being a good thing, not necessarily meaning something negative. So I don't think they're ever going to leave, because if you have something that's printing you money and you've ROI'd already, why not keep a little bit in a moon bag on there just in case? So what I'm trying to get at is that since the triple D tease that we had on February 15th, we have traded up, of course, and then back down, but then gone back up again. And right now we're sitting at, where are we at on the native DEX? Like 50 cents again or something, 49 cents. Let's see. 48 cents on the native DEX and 47 on Pancake Swap. So somehow, some way, again, we've found some level of support within the community. So the sentiment has changed, because you can see there's been volume coming in, and then we look at the 24-hour volume, it's only $20,000. So there's not a lot being moved around, which is why it can get so quickly reversed. You've seen people with, you know, purchasing max wallets and big drip buys coming in. So there's definitely some support still within the community, and I like to think that this is due to all of the community projects that have been launched in this recent time. So shout out to Droplet, I think first kind of leading the charge, then the triple D in its original conception coming from Josh, then we had the Guardians of the Reservoir, you have the Hellhounds, you have Brick by Brick, you have Foodtopian, you have my platform, Change 360. And there's probably a host of others that I don't even know about that are being created. And I think due to that, now it's a double-edged sword. So all of us are marketing to the same people, which means there's only so much capital. But because there's so many different niches within the space coming from the community, it makes the community as a whole go, wait a minute, these people are not going to let drip die. They're doing whatever it takes. Like Foodtopian, you know, opening actual restaurants and stuff. That's, I don't think, ever been done in crypto, and it's starting something completely different in the space and focusing on the non-Ponzi-nomic side of the space. So shouts out to them. And then the other projects, the Guardians of Reservoir and Hellhounds, basically, you know, requesting people to do sacrifices, but kind of in a lottery sort of way. So it's like, yeah, go back in your bag, get a portion of this, and get the ability to win something. So it still kind of caters to that degen side, but it gives people hope, because they're like, yeah, I wasn't getting in drip on my own, but with this, yeah, I'm willing to risk a little more capital. And then you have something like what I'm doing with Chain 360, trying to tap into an entirely separate market, similar to Foodtopian. So like people that aren't even in crypto, they understand they need to eat, right? And then for me, I know that there is a need for people to achieve their impossible and become the best version of themselves. And that doesn't happen overnight or happen by accident, which means they need access to tools and resources such as mental wellness, nutrition, physical fitness, spirituality, community, all those things. Everybody needs at different parts of their journey in their holistic wellness And that's an entire population of people that can utilize these services. So all this rant was really getting at is that I'm just surprised and inspired by the community. And it goes back to that one video I made, lead, follow, or get out of the way. And I think a lot of people now are actually picking up the torch and running. And then there's a lot of people in the community that are following behind them, rallying the troops, banging on the drum as well. And the good news is that a lot of people are just getting out of the way. I showed you in a previous video about some of the sacrifices or casualties of war in people that were making content, fudders as well as supporters, that it just kind of fell by the wayside. It's not good nor bad, but at least they are out of the way so that Drip can, you know, kind of come back and take its place as a truly community-driven, community-owned project. And that's why I'm super excited about what we're doing with the Drip Marketing DAO, because that is the solution that all crypto projects will need. And that is the only solution towards massive crypto adoption. Every single person that's here in crypto got in because it was marketed to them in some way. Be that somebody saying, yo, you gotta check out this crypto thing, be it on the news, be it in a Reddit thread, some way, somehow you heard about this because it was marketed to you. Going all the way back to Bitcoin Pizza Day, that was just a bunch of nerds in a Reddit thread or in some 4chan groups talking about this thing amongst one another. They were still marketing and sharing this with each other. And somebody decided to say, let me see if I can buy pizza with this Bitcoin. Will you give me that pizza for this weird meme coin at that time, this thing that only exists in the dark catacombs of the interwebs? But that's still all marketing. And then community support is what drove it to where we are at now. So I just wanted to bring that to you guys' attention and something else to take a look at. So right now we have no announcements for Triple D, but we have the last announcement about the animal farm. I already shared this before. So we got a VC coming up on the animal farm, and Forex says we are now trending on animal farm pigs. But something interesting to note, and this is why the Drip Marketing DAO I know will be successful, is because, and you guys are probably going to think this is FUD and hate this, but I don't really care anymore what you think. But something to note, right? So it's trending, great. And we had a great run up with the pig's price. But what happened? It's fell back down. Why? Because there's nothing anybody can do with it. So there's a lot of hype on Piggy Plinko, but in the space that is moving so rapidly, if you capture my attention on all these cool mechanics on a game, well, I'm looking to play that game soon. And here's another fun fact. Even if it's not ready, I want you to give me a countdown, give me a clock, give me some kind of timer so I can get excited about knowing coming soon, it's going to be here. Because now you've captured my attention with your marketing and I want to get in and I'm telling my friends about it. But I don't get an update from you except for once a week, or I gotta go find it on a random channel because it was done in a voice chat and not even on the actual YouTube channel. So these are areas of the marketing that are missing, in my opinion, that I know we in the Drip Marketing DAO will capitalize on because we see these areas of issue. And we are willing to put in the work to create something that is sustainable and that capitalizes on that hype and that momentum. So unfortunately, all that we got, that 15-20% increase, we're not back down to where we were. So we went from 54 bucks all the way up to 75 roughly, but we're back down to 59. And there's no incentive for anybody that saw the pigs token during all this and the Piggy Plinko to ape back in. They're already sitting on their bag right now. Maybe they're waiting or whatever the case may be. So until a launch date comes out or some real announcements about what's going forward, this will probably trend back down to this level. And then basically the people that are already in are the ones keeping it afloat, much like in Drip. There's no real fresh capital from external sources. Now, I do believe when this gets launched and Forex and his team doing all of this marketing with the Twitter influencers and trying to find actual gaming influencers on YouTube or on Twitch, if they can actually hire those guys, incentivize those guys to play, then 100% you're going to see some massive price appreciation. But again, that is all dependent on it actually being launched and actually being able to market a product that you can use immediately. Everything prior to that is just hype, and it fades off very quickly if the community can't engage, if you can't find content of people playing it. So there's no chance for it to maintain that momentum. And that's what we're seeing exactly again with drip. Lots of hype, couldn't maintain the momentum because it wasn't released. Then we get some more hype, some hope, and it's still not released. So we need these things to get released. And then I'm looking forward to what we can do with the DAO, because once those are done, we're no longer kind of hitched to the timeline of Forex and his team, because we have finished products now, specifically the drip UI. We're marketing to the drip garden already, but once there's no more the fingers in the pot, so to speak, waiting on things, then I think it'll be much easier to take off from there, because we'll have a foundation of things that are fixed and in place. All right, so this was just kind of a rant, let you guys know again about the status on things and then where we're at, where we're going. And I still believe, I don't know when we'll have the launch date, but I'm leaning towards the early part of May, I think, for me, but hopefully I'll be pleasantly surprised it'll be sooner. But yeah, let me know, you guys, what you think. And also, that's one thing I wanted to mention as well, the sentiment, right? So sentiment change. So ironically, I don't think a lot of people even are stressing about the date anymore. I'm not gonna say they don't care, but there's not as much stress as we used to have when we weren't getting dates. And that is present by the chart. And I believe that is present by the fact that there are multiple community members doing things to show their support for drip, and in a kind of a positive way, distract from the lack of development on drip, distract from the lack of AMAs to tell us what's going on, and the UI not being done now for over a year. So we've kind of gotten numb to the delays and not hearing anything, and we've distracted ourselves with what can we do now to put our brick in to support the drip ecosystem. And there's so many things going on that it makes it a little bit easier to swallow. So granted, nobody's happy with, okay, I'm not gonna say nobody, but the majority of the drip community that got in since January 2022 is not happy with a floor of a 50-cent drip price, but they are, from what I can tell with the charts, happy to see the community developing and building. So the momentum and the sentiment has definitely shifted, and I think it will shift back up more and stabilize at some higher range once this is finally delivered. All right, that's all I got for this one. Hope that provides value. If it did, you know the drill. Smash that HPL special, help brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below, and until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible.
Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? Spritz Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.